early. It's only 7:10, so we got out of Dodge before everybody else woke up. There weren't too many people in the campground actually, but it wasn't very nice. There was no view. There was a lot of horse crap everywhere, and we just decided to try to find a spot that we can make breakfast with a view and chill out and do whatever we're going to do before we get back on the road. So it is a clear blue day. Last year I could not see the Grand Teton tips, but today I can, so that's pretty cool. If you're ever in Yellowstone, it is worth the trip down here to see the Grand Tetons. It is a really pretty area, lots of picturesque views, and the lake is pretty nice. That is near there. I think it's called Jenny Lake. But be prepared for a lot of crowds. It's a small area with a lot of people.
Going on the road or up here?
Alright, so since we had to pay to drive through the park, we figured we may as well find a spot to make coffee before we move along. So there is the view of the Grand Tetons. Like I said earlier, it's a perfect day to view them. So we're just going to chill out here, make our coffee and a little something to eat. Got oatmeal going, and have that view out the back hatch. So it's about 8:30 and people are really starting to come into the park. So we got here early enough that there's only one other vehicle over there enjoying the view with us. So that is just amazing. Trying to build another what?
Upload the ones.
Yeah, the signal's not so great. I was able to get it to prepare, but not to upload.
Oh, it's upload. It says on the app, like it doesn't. It keeps going in the background.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. I don't understand why it would the app.
So we are back on gravel road, and from what we can tell, we think it's going to be a lot of this to get around Yellowstone, since we're not going through Yellowstone. The path, if we did take it, would take us through the southeastern section, I believe, but we're staying to the left to go around it. We don't want to pay the fee to go through it when we've already both been through it a couple of times. So we'll just take the detour route and enjoy some new scenery. This place looks like something out of a war zone. Every tree is dead in this entire area. I can't tell if it's from the pine beetle or a fire. It looks like there's fire marks on a lot of these trees, the dark bark, but I don't know. Either way, new growth has started on the ground at least, so that's a good sign. And I don't see a single green thing anywhere that's higher than like 4 feet. Looks like the fire went through here quite a while ago, because you've got some nice 12-foot newer trees all over this area. Still see the remnants of taller trees that haven't fallen over yet. I just sat here for a full minute after Manny went around that corner, and look at that dust. It's brutal. So we just crossed the Idaho border, and no big welcome to Idaho on these forest or country roads, I guess. But this, I think, is track 8. I'll have to look. And I'm glad it's taken this long, but this one is probably the most boring. Grand Tetons was awesome, but once you got out of there and you got on this road, it is just like this for many, many miles, at least probably 50. You got a little lake or something like that on each side every now and then, but there's no views in the distance. It's just dusty and rocky, and that's it. So I imagine once we get off of this and maybe on track 7, it'll probably get better as we get back into the mountainous areas. But yeah, this one's no bueno. So we are just outside of ASHTON in Idaho and came to a area where it looks like motorcycles could go, but four-wheel vehicles other than ATVs are not allowed. So Manny just looked on Gaia and he thinks he has an alternative route that kind of takes us in the same direction and eventually gets us back on that trail. But this is what happens when you follow motorcycle routes, and that's what the route that he purchased is mainly for. So sometimes you just got to get creative if you run into those roadblocks. So it is 4:15 and we're looking to find a camp spot. So the main road that we were on is very dusty, so we're trying to find a spot that's kind of far off. This one's about half a mile in. There were a couple of fresh tracks ahead of Manny, but now I only see his, so hopefully anybody else that tried this already turned around and we won't find somebody out here at the end. Or even if there's nobody here, there's a flat spot that we can actually park. So we'll find out, but we just started looking, and if this one doesn't work out, then we'll just keep finding these offshoots and take a look at those. This is primarily an ATV area. We passed a ton of ATVs, or they passed us, and we saw an ATV playground back there. So I have not seen another four-wheel vehicle since we got on this road about an hour ago. Looks like this might be maybe home for the night. Alright, so we are still on section 7 and we decided to call that spot home. So I'm backed up to the trees there. We've got an open field out in front of us, and there's an oddly nice smell. We're not quite sure what it is. We think we found the plant, but it's really nice. It's something that I don't get back east. So anyway, that's where we came from, and the open field out in front of us, and the vehicle tracks pretty much end where Manny's Jeep is, and then it looks like you can take an ATV a bit further back there. We were the only tracks on the way out here, so I don't think we're going to be bothered, and it should be a very quiet night. Hopefully the clouds clear up and we can see some of the stars. Last night it was absolutely amazing where we were outside of Grand Teton. So that is pretty much it for the night. So right next to our Jeeps is this awesome campfire with these rocks that you can sit on. Really cool, but it's a bit breezy, and we did not, there you go, we didn't see any information about fire danger, so we don't know if it's really high or high, so we're not going to burn tonight, but that would have been an awesome spot. So tonight, some creamy pasta and vegetable rotini, and if I'm still hungry, some pears to chase that down with. So I'm going to make that up and enjoy the nice breeze and the pretty nice scenery actually. So that required 4 cups of water for that package, and my pot only holds about 2, I think. So for that reason, I'm gonna have to make it half and half. I stirred that up thinking that maybe if I stirred it up well enough, I'll get just half and half. We'll see how this turns out. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be hungry still after I eat that, and then I will make the rest. So dinner is served, first part of it anyway. So that's set up pretty decent, and just kind of have this view out here. So I will eat and probably just sit here and do nothing else. I won't even look at my phone. Turn it off. So something I've been meaning to check since I did this, what was it, 4 days ago now, Manny, I think? Yeah. And put a brand new filter in. And I did take it out and blew in there, and there is quite a bit of dust. But today was probably the top 2 worst dusty days, and we had a dusty day every day. So this is the result. Yeah, that's pretty bad. I don't know if I got that on camera or not. I'm getting mad. So let's see if I can get this. Yeah. So still a ton of dust is getting in. That's actually not as bad as it was before I changed it to the new one. So I'll just bang a bunch of this out and put it back in. My engine is still running very cold, actually, compared to, I say very cold, but at least 10 degrees colder every day in most situations. So I'll just continue to keep banging this one out and using this one. But yeah, I definitely got to do something permanent to try to eliminate some of this dust.